From ashamed to embraced. Luke chapter 15, verse 20. So he got up and went to his father. But while he was still a long way off, his father saw him and was filled with compassion for him. He ran to his son, threw his arms around him, and kissed him. This verse comes from the parable of the Prodigal Son. It's a powerful story that Jesus told to illustrate God's love for us. In the story, a young man asks his father for his inheritance early and leaves home. He spends all his money recklessly and ends up in a dire situation. Realizing his mistake, he decides to return home and ask for his father's forgiveness. Now, imagine this scene. The son is returning home, feeling ashamed and unworthy. But even before he reaches the house, his father sees him from a distance. What does the father do? He doesn't wait for his son to come all the way to him. Instead, he runs to his son, embraces him, and kisses him. This reaction is full of love, grace, and forgiveness. Now, here are some practical lessons we can take from this verse. Number 1. God sees us from afar. Just like the father in the story, God sees us even when we are far away from Him. No matter how far we think we've strayed, He's always watching and waiting for our return. Number 2, God is filled with compassion. The father didn't react with anger or disappointment. Instead, he was filled with compassion. This shows us that God is not eager to punish us, but is filled with mercy and compassion. He understands our struggles and our mistakes. Number 3, God runs to meet us. The father ran to his son. This act of running symbolizes God's eagerness to restore our relationship with Him. God doesn't wait for us to clean up our lives before we come to Him. He meets us where we are, in our brokenness and our mess. Number 4, God embraces us with love. The father threw his arms around his son and kissed him, showing complete acceptance and love. When we turn back to God, He doesn't hold our past against us. He welcomes us with open arms and celebrates our return. In our own lives, we can sometimes feel distant from God due to our mistakes and wrong choices. But this verse reminds us that we can always return to Him. His love for us is unconditional. He is always ready to forgive, embrace, and restore us. As we go about our day, let's remember the Father's compassionate love in this parable. No matter what we've done or how far we feel from God, He is always ready to welcome us back with open arms. Let's approach Him with confidence, knowing that His love for us never fails.